Okay, we're back with a solution for our pitcher hitting issue. So we've got bases loaded, one out, J.R. Richard up. I'm going to let the digital diamond uh, batter work in this case. It actually would be more statistically, well, similarly statistically accurate. But I think this is going to work. We are not going to have him bunt. We're going to have him swing away. We're going to enter in his number. So it's a 297.
Didn't get it. He's out on strikes.
So strikes him out. Base is still loaded now. Terry Poole up to bat. Wrong dice. 371. That's going to be a fly ball to left field. And that'll end the inning as Seaver wiggles out of a bases loaded jam. That'll bring J.R. Richard back to the mound, and we go to the bottom of the second, no score. George Foster up now. Foster had 40 home runs, 78 for the Reds, 296. Versus the righty, that's going to be a deep drive to left field. Foster with tons of power, 9. Terrible roll. That's going to be a 12. Still going to work out for him, though. It's going to be a double.
Boy, there's a great battle going on. I think this is what makes baseball so great.
All right, Foster doubles. And no one out. Dan Drickson up now. 539. That's going to be a defensive check of the first baseman. Is Bob Watson. Nine's going to be a rough number. It's going to be an error on Watson.
Scoring error charged to the first baseman.
So they've now got men on the corners, no one out, and Johnny Bench up. Bench 260 on the season, 23 home runs. Obviously, Joe Morgan's down year probably was the difference from the Reds not winning the pennant in real life, or at least it would have been extraordinarily close. I suspect they would have won, but all right, here we go, 378. It's a deep fly. I have to key this one in by hand. So Bench drives in the run. Dreesen remains on first. RBI sacrifice for Bench, and the Reds take the lead 1-0. Bottom of the second inning. Back to the top. Sorry, this is going to be Seaver. I need to roll. Wait, no, I'm sorry. It's Geronimo. I hope that 3 was right. 393. Fly ball to left. Dave Concepcion, the number 8 hitter up, 2 away. Dreesen still on first, 448.
Ball right down in there, and he took it all away.
He was looking breaking ball. You're right.
All right, so J.R. Richard strikes him out to end the second. Reds lead 1-0. Seaver back on the mound. And it's Cabell, the hitter. Cabell 1-for-1, singled his first time up. It's going to be a defensive check on the Reds. Center fielder, Cesar Geronimo. And he is going to make a play in deep center field. One away. Cesar Cedeno. .439. Routine ground ball to the shortstop.
6-3 put out.
And a two-way, one of my favorite Astros of all time, Jose Cruz. Cruz hit .315 on the year. 513. That's going to be a ground ball to Seaver. That's going to be no problem for him.
Pitcher to first, 1-3.
And that'll do it for the third. Top of the third. 1-0 Reds. J.R. Richard back on the mound. He's pitched 2 innings, got 3 strikeouts. Reds are Tom Seaver up. I'll switch out the red dice.
Didn't get it. He's out on strike.
We'll bring up Rose with 1 away. 161. Rose going to take a walk there.
And that's the way it looks from above.
All right, Ken Griffey up now. 1 away. JR.
Ball right down in there, and he took it all away.
Yeah, he was
Dylan.
looking breaking ball. You're right.
2 away. Fifth strikeout now for J.R. Richard, and we're only in the third. Morgan up. 353. Be another walk. Pete and Joe on first and second with the dangerous George Foster up. That's probably going to be good for be grounded hard to Enos Cabell. He is not going to have any problem with that. That's going to be a 5-3. Throws it to first. Easy play.
Scoring 5-3.
And that'll do it for the third. Reds still lead 1-0. Seaver back to the mound. So I get a little bit faster with this. I feel like I can shave maybe 5 or 10 minutes off as I get a little bit more proficient with how I'm doing things. 177. This is going to be a strikeout for Seaver.
Ball right down in there, and he took it all away.
Yeah, he was looking breaking ball. You're right.
Probably going to have to cut that sound effect out. It's playing a little too much with these two strikeout artists. That's going to be Art Howe, the butt of Moneyball jokes, who I really liked as a player. That's going to be a defensive check on Joe Morgan. Little Joe ranges to his right, but can't come up with it. That's going to be a base hit for Art Howe. That's going to bring up Rafael Landestoy. Landestoy singled back in the second. Howe on first. It's going to be a 108. It's going to turn into a 308. It's going to turn into a Tom Seaver strikeout.
p.m. Eastern
Ball
Daylight
right
Time.
down
We
in
hope
there,
you'll
and he
tune
took
in
it
with
all
us.
away.
Well,
Brian
Brian
Gumbel's
Gumbel's
pregame
pregame
show.
show. Right. And another interesting afternoon of baseball.
As they were apt to do, Kubek and Joe talking over each other. All right, Joe Ferguson up to bat now. Art Howe on first. 307.
Ball right down in there, and he
Punches
took
him
it
out.
all away.
He was looking breaking ball. You're right.
JR back to the mound. He has 5 strikeouts through 3 innings. That's going to bring up Dan Dreesen. Dreesen, that's going to go to the ballpark chart. Add 10 to that, so it's going to be a 627. Pops it up to the shortstop. Landestoy has it. 1 away. Johnny Bench now. Going to be a defensive check catcher. It's going to be off his mitt. Ball 1. .405. It's going to be a walk. Bench walks. That is the 3rd walk now issued by J.R. Richard. Cesar Geronimo up now. We're not going to put anything on. 389. Fly ball to left. No problem for Poole. And now Dave Concepcion. 627. Pop it out to short.
p.m.
Landestoy
Eastern
has
Daylight
it.
Time. We hope you'll tune in and be with us for Brian Gumbel's pregame show. And another interesting afternoon of baseball.
Go to the top of the 5th. Still 1-0 Reds. Seaver back to the mound. J.R. Richard up. Switch out the dice. Richard struck out back in the 2nd. Flies out the right this time. Terry Poole up now. 1 away. 316. It's going to be a deep fly ball to center field. Geronimo on his horse. He'll make the play. See what I did there. Enos Cabell up next. Well, I actually didn't record that out, so let's watch the replay of Enos Cabell. I'm sorry, of Cesar Geronimo making the play. 2 away. Enos Cabell is now up to bat. 346. It's going to be an infield single. We're going to test out the still mechanics here of Digital Diamond. I'm going to send him. Roll for his lead. Roll for the steal. Johnny Bench fires down. Wow, 999. Right on the money.
Right down in there, and he took it all away.
He was looking breaking ball. You're right.
All right, so that'll leave Cedeno up when we return. When they return, we go to the bottom of the 5th. Reds still lead 1-0. Richard on the mound. His stamina is a 7. It is one of my house rules. I will get into that if we get that far. Rose up now. Sorry, Seaver up now. That requires this. 268.
Didn't get it. He's out on strike.
Strikes him out. Strikeout number 6 for JR, and that brings up Pete Rose. Rose grounded out to second and walked in the third. 1-1-7. Turns into a 3-1-7. It's going to be an infield hit for Rose. So Pete Rose on first. Ken Griffey up to bat. We're going to do a little hit and run here. Let Digital Diamond take over this one. 9-4. So wild pitch. Rose gets to second on that. So Griffey now a runner in scoring position. 1 away. 383. A fly ball to left. No advancement on that. Rose holds his spot, and that's going to bring up Joe Morgan. Little Joe needs to get a base hit here. It's going to be a defensive check on the left fielder, Terry Poole. Tough play. It's going to get by him, as Morgan is going to double in the run. Red scored to make it 2-0. That's going to bring up George Foster. Foster 257. And Richard fires this one down the pipe.
Didn't get it. He's out on strike.
Strikes out. What am I doing? Strikes out Foster. But second out. Okay, what have I done wrong here? Okay, so it looks like, let's go back, see where my mistake is. So this is another great part about having I have a record of everything that I've done. So let me just go back through and see. I think maybe I called Morgan at bat when Griffey was at bat. So, all right, so Rose, we know, got on with a base hit, infield hit. Then he got over with Griffey on a wild pitch. Okay, yeah. So Griffey actually got the double. Did I have those cards out of order? So Griffey doubled. Morgan strikes out. And that brings up George Foster. Okay. All right. We're straight now. 2 outs. Runner on second. George Foster at the bat. 454 versus the righty.
Ball right down in there, and he took it all away.
Yeah, he was looking breaking ball. You're right.
A lot of people looking breaking ball today, but they're getting the gas. Okay. Seaver back to the hill. Start of the 6th. 2-0 Reds. Astros 5 hits. Scattered their hits. No runs. 1 error on the Astros. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Reds. Cesar Cedeno up to bat. 355. It's going to be a ground ball to short.
6-3 putout.
Cedeno, no problem with that. 1 away. Jose Cruz, 142.
Didn't get it. He's out on strike.
Bob Watson now. That's Seaver's 7th K of the game. 482. It's going to be a deep drive to center. No problem for Geronimo. And that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Reds still lead 2-0. Richard back out on the mound. He'll face Dan Dreesen to get us started. Dreesen 0 for 2. Popped out to short his last time at bat. 524. It's going to be a defensive check on the catcher. And he's going to draw the walk. Dan Dreesen walks. Dreesen on. Johnny Bench up. Still has the power here. 457. He drives this well to right, but it's going to be playable for Jose Cruz.
Got to pitch up, Joe.
This is going to be an interesting battle with.
All right. Richard deals to Geronimo. That's going to be a off the Riverfront Stadium card, 669. It's going to be a wild pitch. Grayson will move over. Geronimo back in, 256.
Ball right down in there, and he took it all away.
He was looking breaking ball. You're right.
Geronimo punches out. 9 strikeouts now for Joe Richard. Here in the bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Dave Concepcion up now. 165. That's going to be a walk. That's going to bring up Seaver. 2 outs. He will swing away. Seaver singles, bloops it into right field. That's going to score Cruz. That's going to score. Cruz takes it on the hop. Scoring is Dreesen. Concepcion to third. So Seaver helping his own cause here now, 3-0 as Rose steps in. 1-3-2. Richard aggravated with that. Punches out Rose. Let's try that again. Punches out Rose.
Ball right down in there, and he took it all away.
Confidence in his off-speed stuff.
And Seaver back to the mound as Art Howell steps in. We're in the top of the 7th. It is 3-0 Reds. Both pitchers dealing lots of strikeouts. I think that's 17 for the game combined. 596. That's going to be a defensive check of Ken Griffey. It's going to get by him and into the corner. As Howell picks up his 2nd hit of the game. Logan is rallying the Reds defense to take charge. 244 versus the switch hitter. That's going to be a deep fly. It's not going to be deep enough to move him over. And a story out to Geronimo. Joe Ferguson up now. .123, 323.
Didn't get it. He's out on strike.
Seaver punches him out. That's now his 8th strikeout, and that brings up J.R. Richard. And we're going to... Ooh, this is a tough decision. He's only pitched 6. He can easily go a little further. He's a 178 hitter. I'm going to do a ton better. We're going to let him hit. Let him hit. Fouls that off. 149.
Major League Baseball presents. Didn't get it. He's out on strike.
Here's how to figure an earned run average. First of all, take the total number of earned runs that you've allowed, say 20. You divide that by the number of innings that you've pitched, let's say 80. Now that'll give you a figure, 80 into 20, of .250. Now you take .250, multiply that by 9 to give you a number of runs per 9 inning. This would be 2.25. An ERA of that, you'd be pitching awfully well. Baseball fever. Catch it.
Yeah. Baseball fever. Catch it. All right. Awesome commercial there from Tom Seaver. Ken Griffey stands in. J.R. Richard, 10 strikeouts. He's also walked 5. 298. It's a big number. That's going to be a deep drive to right field. Griffey with 3 power. So we add 3 to that 12 is a 15. It's going to be a deep fly ball to right field. Cruz has it.
Boy, there's a great battle going on. I think this is what makes baseball so great.
Makes the play. Let's try that again. Sorry, Joe Morgan. Oh, well, we can undo that. Okay, I thought we had done that twice, but we didn't. All right, so we're back. Joe Morgan's back. No fear, Joe. We didn't screw you over. All right, Morgan steps in, 1 away. 194. Little Joe's going to walk. His stealing was not great. All right, Morgan on. We'll let him see what he can do here. Go possible steal. 34. Throws back. Morgan cannot get a good jump, and now Foster will hit away. 222.
Ball right down in there, and he took it all away.
He was looking breaking ball. You're right.
I need to relabel my strikeouts because I am making fun of the home team. So, anyway, I'll fix that. That will be changed the next time. And that brings up Dan Dreesen. 2 away, runner on first. 466. Fly ball to center field. No problem for Cedeno.
Boy, there's a great battle going on. I think this is what makes baseball so great.
He makes the play. We go to the top of the 8th. 3-0 Reds. Can Seaver go the whole way? We are now in, he is over his stamina. So we have a, let me find my die. Do you have a chance he's going to get anything that goes to the stadium card. He's going to get some extra numbers added to his role at this point. So Terry Poole up, top of the 8th. Can the Astros come back here? 1-23. Turns into a 3-23. It's going to be an infield single. Enos Cabell up now. Cabell singled, flew out to center, and singled again and got caught stealing. $2.19 versus the righty. That's going to be a punch out.
Didn't get it. He's out on strike.
Seaver strikes him out. That's now 10 for him. Cedeno up. 189. It's going to be a walk. The bullpen's going to get active here. Jose Cruz up. .538. That's going to be a defensive check on the first baseman, Dan Dreesen. It's going to be a single to right field. Third base coach throws up the stop sign. And the Astros have the bases loaded pitching coach out to talk with Seaver. Seaver is not happy and does not want to come out of the game. They're going to let him pitch, but you got to be pretty sure that Bob Watson may be his last batter. Still got the shutout intact. It's one away. He's looking for the ground ball. Watson, not a very speedy runner. Watson gets a hold of it. This has trickiness here. What did I say that meant? Consult the old chart. Hey, that's my 0. Okay, so he gets lucky on that. That adds nothing to the roll. So it's a 606 off the chart. And Seaver...
Ball right down in there, and he took it all away.
He was looking breaking ball. You're right.
Seaver strikes him out and now has a chance to get out of the inning and get away with the save. He is completely out of gas, but they're going to let him go. Art Howell, 2 for 3 today. Oh no. This could be disastrous. That's a deep drive to center field. Art Howell gives it a ride, +5 on this. But a low roll, that's only a 10. That's going to be, that's still going to be a big, that's going to gap it.
He has such confidence in his off-speed stuff.
Howell scores, Poole scores, Cedeno. Cruz into third. Howell in at first with a 2-run single, and that is going to do it for Seaver. And Sparky Anderson comes to take the ball from him. Doug Bear, their closer, will come in to try to shut this down. It's now a 3-2 ball game, top of the 8th. Doug Bear on the season with a 197 earned run average, 28 saves, 7-6 record. Landestoy, the batter, he's a switch hitter. they'll leave him in. And let's get the change here on Seaver. Probably should have done a double switch there, but Landestoy, base hit would tie the game. Righty versus the switch hitting Landestoy. 471. It's going to be a base hit. Geronimo takes it. And we are tied 3-3 as Bear gives up the single. 2-out hit there, ties it up. Seaver now cannot win it. Ferguson into bat. 1-4-0. He gets the K now, but the damage has been done.
Ball right down in there, and he took it all away.
He was looking breaking ball. You're right.
Retires the side now. What do we do with J.R. Richard? He can go this inning without having to face my homebrew rule. I add 1 to their stamina, but I don't track hits and walks to see when they're in danger of going over. All right, so Richard's going to pitch the 8th unless he gets in trouble here. Bench, leading it off, 3-3, bottom of the 8th. 2-5-6. It's going to be another strikeout.
Ball right down in there, and he took it all away.
He was looking breaking ball. You're right.
Strikes him out. That is his 12th strikeout. 2-1-4 off the pitcher card. Facing the lefty. That's going to be a base hit. Bullpen active now for the Astros.
What is a great battle going on. I think this is what makes baseball
Geronimo
so great.
on. Look at his speed. Good speed, not the best base stealer. Concepcion, the batter. We're going to go for a hit and run here. So we're going to go to Digital Diamonds all the way here. That's going to be a 3-2-6. Fly ball to center. Cedeno makes the play. And that's going to bring up Bear. Like we said, I should have double switched. I didn't, so that's going to close the book on Bear quickly. As the Reds will bring up a pinch hitter, and it's going to be Dave Collins. It's fine. Collins' card. Collins up now. 2 outs. Richard's still on the mound. Collins steps in, a 2-1-8. Versus a switcher, that's going to be a base hit. Collins first and second now. Where are we at in the batting order for the Astros? They're going to try to let Richard get out of this jam. Back to the top of the order, Rose. Rose is 1 for 3. Runners on first and second. Rose with a big opportunity here. 394. It's going to be a single.
p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We hope you'll tune in and be with us for Brian Gumbel's pregame show.
So Rose singles,
Another
Collins
interesting
the
afternoon
second.
of baseball.
That scores a run, and the Reds have now come back in the bottom of the 8th to take the 4-3 lead. Have to go get J.R. Richard now. Pitched a great game. They'll bring in Zambito. Switch out the catcher. Bruce Bochy. All right, so Joe Zambito comes in to relieve. Griffey up, lefty, 2 outs. We're still on first and second. 181. That's going to be another hit. Drops in front of Cruz. Collins will score. Rose to third. As the Reds come back and have scored 2 in the bottom of the 8th. Joe Morgan up now. Runner still on the corner. 579. That's going to be a defensive check on Terry Poole. That's going to get by him. First and third now. Another run score, 6-3. Brings up George Foster. And Beal not able to come in and shut this down. 488. He will get the out there, but the damage has been done. Cedeno makes the play. And the Reds now lead 6-3 going to the top of the 9th. Subs off here. Get our new pitcher in. It's going to be Pedro Borbón. To face Bruce Bochy. Bochy a pretty good year. 154 at-bats. 266. 15 RBIs. 240. Ball back to the pitcher.
Pitcher to first, 1-3 is your scoring on the play.
Terry Poole up, 1 away. Astros need a base runner desperately. 3-1-0. That's not going to do it. That's going to be a deep fly to center. But Geronimo makes the play, and now Enos Cabell, last hope. Borbón trying to get the save. 6-3, 2 outs. Enos Cabell, good hitter though. 132. That's going to be a fly ball to left. Foster is under it. And the Reds.
No Gary's yellow saying, so long.
All right, we'll do a quick review of the stats there. Good game. Like I said, have not mastered it. I'll get better. Let's see, I'm not sure what it's going to show on the screen here because I don't have this set up, but let's just take a quick look. It's probably not going to look great. Let's go take it to box score real quick. So at the end of the game, they have a cool little write-up, but you can see part of it there on the screen. Cincinnati picks up that. They get kind of like Baseball Mogul, which works well with the season ticket, obviously. Cincinnati picks up the home win versus Houston. Great baseball weather today at Riverfront Stadium. Cincinnati took the afternoon game 6-3. Pete Rose led the offense for Cincinnati, going 2 for 4 with a walk, 1 RBI with the victory. Cincinnati now moves to 1-0. Then you've got your traditional box score. You can see that pretty good there. Enos Cabell 2 for 5. Rose, like the article mentioned, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, RBI, walk. Griffey was 2 for 5. Pitching was quite interesting. J.R. Richards, 7 2/3. He takes the loss, but strikes out 12, walks 6. New league record. Not a new league record. Just kind of like Nuke Lelouch-esque. And then Tom Seaver also had a big game, especially with the strikeouts. Pitched 7 2/3, scattered 9 hits, gave up 3 earned, walked 2, struck out 11. His ERA on the season now is 3.52. Doug Bear comes in, gets his 1 out, and he's going to pick up a gift win as Pedro Borbon comes in for the save, pitches a clean 9th inning, and the Reds take an important game 1 of the season. They have no room to spare if they're going to beat the Dodgers this year. All right, thank you so much for joining me. Love this game. Probably will do another game. Probably the final game of this series. I'll put back up on the channel. But anyway, thanks for joining me, and we will catch you next time. Please subscribe and hit that like button. Thanks. See you soon.